Are you responsible for the debts and taxes of your loved one after they've passed away? If you're a child or a beneficiary under that person's will or grandchild, somebody who inherits from the estate, in short, you are not personally responsible for either the taxes or the debts. However, the estate, the deceased person's estate, is responsible to resolve both of those. So with taxes, the individual who's appointed with authority to act for the estate is responsible to make sure that the deceased person's tax account is finalized and final payments are made on any tax obligations that the deceased person may have had. So yes, as the executor or the administrator, you need to determine, did they file their final tax return? Do they owe any taxes? Do I need to make sure we file their final tax return and pay their final income tax that may be due? So you do have to resolve the tax obligation. But again, you personally are not responsible to pay that tax obligation out of your own pocket. Similarly with debts, you are not personally obligated to pay those debts. The estate is obligated to pay valid debts. So if you've determined that there is a valid debt that the deceased person owed, that has to be satisfied in some way before the assets can be distributed to the heirs or to the beneficiaries of the will. There is a process where you give the creditors an opportunity to make a claim against the estate. If they've made an appropriate claim and it's an otherwise valid claim, you have to negotiate that and make that payment on that debt. If you have failed to do those two things, you've failed to resolve things with the IRS on taxes and you've failed to satisfy any valid debts, and you have distributed the assets out of the estate regardless, you may have some personal liability for having done that, because as the executor or administrator, you are legally obligated to resolve those things prior to sending the money out to whoever's entitled to it. If you need any more information or answers about questions like this regarding probate in Nevada, certainly give us a call here at Clear Counsel Law Group and we'll do the best we can to answer your questions and help you.